Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of it.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
The following program was provided by an independent producer, solely responsible for its content. The views, information, or opinions expressed during this program series are solely those of the host and guests appearing on the program and do not necessarily represent those of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Brainstorm, bringing great minds and ideas together, exploring a wide variety of opportunities, achieving academic excellence, using the latest technology, government's impact, preparing for 21st century careers, parenting and health issues, topics shaping tomorrow. Brainstorm with Lisa Williver, bringing great minds and ideas together.
Hi, welcome to Brainstorm. I'm Lisa Williver, and today we're talking about community colleges. Before we begin, let's learn a little bit more about our topic. Freshman year of high school can be a little bit overwhelming, but by sophomore year, students have pretty much learned the ropes. Junior year is the sweet spot, where confidence and plenty of time left intersect. So senior year should be the most relaxing year of them all, right? Hardly. For most seniors, the anxiety gradually builds over the course of the year. Mastering high school was one thing, but what about life? Colleges, trades, the arts, the military, the workforce, there are so many decisions. And the pressure to make a big, possibly expensive decision can be scary. But futures, like decisions, shouldn't be rushed. Enter community colleges, the best, most affordable way to start your higher education or explore your options. Joining me today, I have Craig Morris from Mercer County Community College. Craig, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure. I'm glad to be here.
So give us a little bit of your background.
Well, my background, I graduated from Kane University as my undergrad, and I actually continued and got my master's in public administration. From there, I began working at the college, at Kane University. So I've been in higher education now for quite a long time. So I've gone from the public institutions, private institutions, to now I'm working at a community college. And I've been at Mercer County Community College for the past 7 years.
Well, I am a huge fan of community colleges. I think they have so much to offer, and I think sometimes, you know, they're such a great value.
Yes.
But people sometimes equate price with quality, so they don't realize the quality education that you get on so many different levels in a community college. So before we talk about the value, let's talk about programming. I know so many kids can start, and not even kids, adults, anybody can start out, and you can get your 2-year degree and go on to a 4-year school,
yes,
saving a lot of money those first 2 years,
absolutely,
but with equal programming. Can you talk about programs that colleges offer?
Well, colleges at community college, offer a lot of transfer opportunities. So, for example, the institution that I work at, Mercer County Community College, we have what we call the University Center. And at the University Center, you can transfer to institutions like Rutgers University, Felician, Fairleigh Dickinson, and William Patterson. You can actually continue on through your time while you're in undergrad as an associate's degree student through to get your bachelor's without even having to go to Rutgers. You can do it right at the community college. Cool. So a lot of schools are doing that now, so you can actually go all the way to achieve your bachelor's while attending a community college.
And going through the university's programming in
Absolutely,
coordination with a community college. So I don't think many people know about that.
This is something that I think is important for people to understand and know. You should reach out to your community college to find out if their options are available for you to do that. Because it makes things a lot more affordable for you, as you mentioned earlier. By attending a community college for 2 years, the savings that you will reap are tremendous. And the cost is maybe a fraction of what a 4-year institution would be. So if you save those 2 years of going to college at a community college, you're going to save a ton of money. And then when you go to the big major institution, you only got 2 years maybe 2.5.
And we're talking tens of thousands of
You are
dollars in
absolutely
many
talking that.
cases. And, I don't know if a lot of students understand. Your degree, it says the institution where you end it.
Exactly.
It doesn't have a list of all the institutions. So you can get that 4-year degree at your dream
Absolutely.
school, but you can start out in a community college. Now, it's not just good for the programming and all the opportunities, but it is quite a value. And I did a little bit of research, and I was really interested in some states, they have tuition-free community college.
Yes.
In a place like Massachusetts, the average community college tuition is under $1,000, and with the fees, it comes to about $5,000. I mean, significantly less. Texas, $3,000. New York, we have $5,000 for in-state. Pennsylvania, the average is $13,000. Then I looked at New Jersey. Mercer County Community College, the average is about $5,000, but for a state university, the same tuition is $13,000. For a private university like Seton Hall would be $40,000, and Princeton, an Ivy League school, $49,000. So when you take that 49 and 5, it's a big savings. So that's not just for people who want to save money, but it also puts college in reach for people who can't afford
Absolutely.
49 or 40 or even 13. It gives them a chance to get their foot in the door.
Absolutely.
And also kind of go at their own pace. So they may be working to pay for college, and this allows them to accomplish those. Do you find a lot of your students taking advantage of that?
Yes, and a lot of the students who go into community college are working. They are working part-time, some working full-time to make ends meet, as well as continue with their education. But to go back to what you were talking about earlier, the value, it just makes sense. And every student...
Literal sense,
exactly,
dollars and cents.
every student is not necessarily ready to jump right into a 4-year institution. It's a major risk financially to say, okay, I'm going to send Johnny to, let's say, Miami University. And you're paying thousands of dollars out of state. What happens? Johnny doesn't like it. Johnny does bad. But guess what? That bill is still yours. So it's important that if you have a student who may not be sure if they're ready to take that plunge and to go to these major institutions, start off, figure out what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Community college is a great place to do that.
It's
And then
like a
from
time
there,
to explore.
It's a time to explore. Liberal arts is one of the major programs that students sign up for when they come to a community college, because it allows them to see what opportunities there may be in other programs that they may want to pursue. So if you come out with a liberal arts associate's degree, it allows you to transfer into other programs at other institutions. So like I said, it just makes sense in so many levels. Do that.
When you were talking about the transfer, my 2 older children, their high school had a partnership with a community college. And last year my daughter graduated high school with an associate's degree, and my son is doing the same thing. They've saved so much money.
Absolutely.
And now they're in a 4-year institution, and they've picked up right where they belong. But it really was an opportunity that I don't think many people are aware of. So I'm so happy to have you here to talk about that. The other thing is, I used to teach in the city of Trenton, and I taught in an urban setting, and a lot of our students were very far behind. And a lot of times by the time I got to high school, there were so many other distractions. They weren't performing their best. I always felt like community college gives somebody a clean slate, because no matter how you did in high school, and again, not just in urban settings, in life, the high school years aren't historically your most mature, best decision-making years.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I mean, for anybody, if you didn't perform as well as you could have, should have in high school, community college is that fresh start.
Yes, it is.
Where if you do go there for 1 or 2 years, get that associate's, and you want to transfer, they're not looking at your high school. No. They're not looking at your SAT. They're looking at what you did on the college level.
Yes.
So do you feel that that's another option, an opportunity for the kids?
Absolutely. That's another major advantage. As they say, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. So if you started poorly in high school, you just got out of high school by the skin of your teeth, as they say, you really can start anew by going to community college. It gives you that opportunity to start fresh, to get the remediation you may need. If you struggled in math, they have classes that will help prepare you to get you to college level. A lot of community colleges have a lot of support systems in place for students who may have been out of school for a long time, who may have struggled while in high school, to help get them to college ready, so that when they want to transfer in a year or 2 years, they can do so and be on college level. And that's very important, because you also spend a lot of financial aid, money, and time if you're taking a lot of remedial courses. So it's best to try to move through those as quickly as possible so that you can get to those credit level classes that will count towards your degree.
So now let's do a couple of things rapid fire. Financial aid. Available at community college?
Absolutely. Financial is available at community colleges.
Athletics.
Yes, there is athletics as well at community college.
Your school, I know, has had a renowned soccer program.
Yes.
So, as well as other sports.
Yes.
And also a whole bunch of non-credit courses for those people who may be interested in a topic and want to just go learn.
Absolutely.
For the joy and the sake of learning. So
Yes.
you really, when they call it a community college, it really does serve the entire community. Final one. Before we go to our break, GED. If somebody did not graduate from high school,
Yes.
they can still get into your institution.
Yes,
With
we
the
have
GED.
programs that will help individuals obtain their high school diploma.
Oh, so even that.
Yes, so we have a high school education program that works with individuals to help get them ready to take the TASC exam, which is an exam that the state of New Jersey recognizes as a high school diploma once you pass. So we have several programs that work towards that, as well as ESL, English as a Second Language. So community colleges have a lot of different programs, and you will be surprised what you find, from credit programs to non-credit programs, job training programs. The list goes on and on.
So glad we have you here to explain that. We're
Absolutely.
going to take a break. We will be right back with Craig Morris and talking more about community colleges. Welcome back to Brainstorm. We're talking about community colleges, and I'm joined by Craig Morris from Mercer County Community College. So Craig, you have just really explained a lot that I think people weren't aware of when it comes to community college. And as I mentioned, I'm a huge supporter, so I thank you for all of your expertise. But I know for a fact you have some amazing programs happening at your institution, and I know probably so many of the community colleges offer various things that accommodate their particular community. Tell me about one of your programs.
So one of my programs that I work with is called the Trenton Makes program. It's a program that works specifically for out-of-school youth who have dropped out of school for whatever reason, and they do not have their high school diploma.
Okay.
We provide them with academic support and training to get them ready to take the TASC exam. In addition to that, we also try to provide them with job training skills to be ready for their careers as well as any other opportunities that they may be interested in. It's a partnership with the Mercer County One Stop. They provide the grant funding for us to work with this population. It's very rewarding work to help youth to try to get back on track. They may have been derailed for one reason or another, and we try to get them to think about what's next. Am I going to go to college? Am I going to go to trade school? Do I want to go straight to work? These are the things that we flesh out with them while they're in our program. And it's rewarding work when you see the light bulb go off, as they say, and they get it and they're serious about their future. And they know that that high school diploma is the first step in opening many other doors for them. So as I said earlier, it doesn't matter where you start, where you came in, where you dropped out, whatever the case may be, as long as you are back in the race to move forward with your career, your life, to help not only yourself, but your family, because we know education has a ripple effect. So it doesn't only just impact that individual that you are helping to achieve their high school education or college education. That ripple effect affects their immediate family, their children, and so on and so on. And it continues to grow because that impact is just beyond one individual. And I always work with my staff and myself to remember that when we have those tough days, right?
Absolutely.
Because you know this type of work is challenging. Sometimes you have to work with students who are fighting you tooth and nail. But we do our best to work with them to get them on the right path, because there's so many negatives that are out here in our various different communities, and it's important that we have programs like this to help this population.
And that ripple effect, it does impact the student and their immediate family, and really future generations of that family, because it's just one tick trajectory-wise that affects, your long-term path. But what I hope the general public understands is that it's not just the student and their family, it's society as a whole. Every person that we can put on that right path to some type of livelihood, whether it's, and I love the fact that you said college or trades or the workforce, but to get them on that path where they are contributing members of society, that helps everybody. So it should be our, collective goal is to get young people educated and into a career that they will be able to support themselves and be proud and have that work ethic. The other thing that I loved about your program is you offer support. So, and like you said, they're fighting you tooth and nail, but you're that support, because sometimes that was the missing piece.
Right.
I know from my time as an education, teacher in the city of Trenton, it was very hard sometimes to see students who wanted to try but not have that support. And 5 years down the road, you see that they never finish school. So talk about how your faculty is able to provide that support.
Well, I think it's trying to build that trust that you are there really to help them, and that you're not really out for yourself. I think so many times young people have been let down by adults, programs, and different things of that nature, have been lied to, feel that they can't trust people. So it's about building that trust and showing that you are authentic in what you're trying to do.
Now you had another program. Can you briefly tell me about that program?
Absolutely. We have another program called the Career Training Institute. This is a program that works with also the Mercer County One Stop for folks who may be unemployed, underemployed, looking to change career fields, things of that nature. And in that program, we have a culinary arts training program as well as an office professional program. So if an individual was possibly laid off from work, they're trying to get better training, or maybe they want to start a career as a sous chef or a line cook, we have two programs to help them do that while they are on unemployment and looking for
That's
a new
fantastic.
career.
I mean, that gives people hope. And
Yes.
that's sometimes just what you need is just some hope. And I know that this isn't just happening in New Jersey. This is happening all over the country.
Yes.
Community colleges are stepping up and helping the population that they serve.
Absolutely.
So thank you on behalf of
My
everybody.
pleasure.
Thank you very much for what you do. Now, are you ready to play Brainstorm?
Let's do it.
Okay, now I have to warn you. These are the ones that people made.
Okay. All right. They made the
We
shot.
got a lot of competition. So here's
Okay.
how we play Brainstorm with the very original title. I will read you an idea. We have 8 ideas here. If you think it's a valid idea, we're going to keep it. If you think that it's not, you
Okay.
get to ball it up and throw it out. Unfortunately, there's a high degree of difficulty. There's no backboard.
Yes.
So you noticed that,
I'm
right?
looking, yes.
Okay. But if you want, I could always tilt it a little.
All right.
Idea number 1. Community colleges aren't real colleges.
Oh, that's
You're going to ball that up, right?
That's going in the trash. Aroni. Bang.
Excellent, good. Idea 2, community college is a great way to decide on a career path.
Absolutely.
Okay. Idea 3, you don't have to finish college in 4 years.
That is true.
5-year, right here. Idea 4, if you can't afford college tuition, you can't go.
That's a bad one.
Lots of
That's why there's
options.
financial aid, student loans. There's a lot of opportunities.
Part-time
out there.
and work.
Part-time work. Yes.
Idea 5, community colleges offer a chance to work and attend school,
Absolutely.
which I prefer. I think that's the best way to do it. Idea 6, transferring to a 4-year school can save tens of thousands of dollars.
Transferring, yes. By completing, yes. Absolutely.
Okay. Community colleges also offer a variety of non-credit programs.
Yes, it does.
Oh, we've got a lot of true things here.
Yes.
And community college is amazing and economical.
Absolutely.
All right, you didn't have, look at that. We had
So
a
we
lot
only
of
had 3 shots,
We
right?
had 3
Everything
shots,
else was
so you're, there you go.
on
You made
point.
everything.
Excellent.
If you wanted to give parents advice, because we have about a minute left, so let's think about this. a lot of times people see it as a rite of passage that when you get to senior year, junior year, you're going to go out college shopping and you take these trips and you take the tours and you do the whole thing. What would your plug be for to consider community college as a start? Whether, not just for those that it's a financial issue, but for all kids, that it's such a great place to start. What's your plug?
Well, I think you have to look at your situation, look at your child, and see what you think they're ready for. And really assess the situation. If they're not sure what they want to do and they're not clear on their path, I think you want to really look at a community college option. Even if they know what they want to do and they've got a clear idea in mind of where they want to go, starting at the level of a community college, one, as we said earlier, allows them to save a lot of money. They will be closer to home, so they can work part-time and do different things of that nature. So it is a great opportunity. Not only that, even if they are high-achieving students, people think, oh, community college is like 13th grade or something. No, it is not. And I'm here to tell you that there are honor programs at community colleges that you can go to. So if you were a high-achieving student in high school, but maybe you didn't get your full ride scholarship to go to your dream school,
you can continue that.
You can continue those high academic goals by going to community college. So there's a lot of different advantages to it, and I think it's one that people really need to consider. Go on the website of your local community college, see what it offers, and you will be greatly amazed, I guarantee you.
Craig, thank you so much for taking your time to share everything about community colleges and letting the viewers know that that option's out there. And viewers, we will be right back with some more Brainstorm.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here?
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
We're continuing our conversation on community colleges. Our guest right now is Dean Sims. He is the Dean of the STEM program at Roxbury Community College.
Thank you. I really appreciate this opportunity to talk about our program here at RCC and the college as a whole.
Well, let's first talk about STEM and then onto some other areas of opportunity you offer for students. Why is STEM so incredibly popular right now? What is the draw? Because when you think of science, technology, engineering, and math, you would think that would be a very small, well, not a small population, but that's not something for everybody. But boy, is it popular.
Well, I would say that the reason that STEM is so important is because it's really hard to find any career nowadays that you wouldn't find a need for some science or some mathematics. And with the integration of technology into our everyday lives, I mean, everyone has a cell phone, for instance, so people's ability to make apps, and it's not just ability to just put it together and write it up, but to understand how that app works. Companies like Uber that are so in the now, they wouldn't have been possible without the aspects of STEM and putting all of this together, computer programming. So I don't think that there is a career nowadays that would not benefit from some understanding of STEM.
Okay, and at Roxbury, you have so many other areas where students can find their success, they can find their niche. Can you talk about some of the programs that you offer?
Well, under STEM, like I said, I handle science and math, which a lot of people think of, but we have a fantastic business program, which also falls under me. We have information system technology, so computers. We're actually working right now to develop a cybersecurity program, which you can imagine, considering all the concerns about hacking in the news or just frankly the safety of your data. You can see the need for some programs like that in the future. And we're trying to develop a program specifically for our students here at RCC. We have a great nursing program, rad technology program as well.
Now, as far as students, when they leave Roxbury, are most of them going right into the workforce, or do you have an equal amount looking to continue into a 4-year program?
I'd say the majority of our students that are graduating are looking into additional 4-year programs. We do have some that graduate with their associate's degree or certificates and they move on from there, but a large percentage of our students move on to other 4-year schools. We have agreements with a lot of them in the area, in fact, to try to make that a smooth transition from Roxbury right to UMass Boston or UMass Lowell or others, Northeastern, right down the street.
And as far as some of the other opportunities, I was reading through, and you all are able to help facilitate and find students not just an internship, but sometimes even paid internships.
Mm-hmm. It does work out that way. Sometimes it's unpaid, but sometimes it's paid. We also try to encourage our students to make use of programs which would help them. The Massachusetts Life Science Center offers a paid internship program, which I took part in helping out with that before I even came to RCC. And so I've been encouraging our students to enroll in this program and try to get internships in various companies in the area, which would be then funded as well.
Well, and the great thing about making those connections is that's half of the battle is making a connection. And once you do that, then you have experience, finding a job can be a lot easier.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. I have one program that I've been trying to set up recently with a company out in Framingham, and they said that they often will hire their students after they've completed their internship. So I've been definitely encouraging our students, saying if this company says that they're interested in that, let's try to get you in there. Let's get you the experience, and maybe this will lead to a full-time job afterwards.
And I know we're talking a lot about people coming in through high school and such, but do you offer other programs for perhaps people who are switching careers midway through and need to get certifications, online courses, things like that?
We do offer various training opportunities, especially for, say, non-degree seeking majors. We have other things too. We have programs to help vets out, coming out of the military. We have programs for people that are still having trouble speaking English that will need ESL classes. So we have everything that one could kind of want all in one place.
All right, well, Dean Sims, you've really helped us out so much and learning a little bit more about Roxbury Community College, and we thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk to us.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you have been watching Brainstorm. I'm Laura Jones. We'll see you back next week.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Does your family need a break from the daily routine?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org and trade in the big screen for the big blue sky by visiting a local park or forest near you.
Hiking, picnicking, swimming, orienteering, climbing, admiring wildlife, or inhaling fresh air may result in heightened creativity, feelings of joy, harmony, satisfaction, and a euphoria that can only be explained as oneness with the natural world. Whoa.